Yes, my name's Justin St. Onge. I'm an officer here in Montgomery County with North Carolina Wildlife Resource Commission Law Enforcement Division. So this event occurred, it was December 17th. I think we responded to the CAD message from Montgomery County around 7:55 p.m.
My name is Darby Enoch. I'm a sergeant here over Stanley, Montgomery, and Anson County with the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission here in District 6. Yeah, so actually I got a CAD message which is part of the Montgomery County communication with the Sheriff's Office. And what that does is that notifies us of certain information that is pertinent to the Wildlife Commission. A lot of times we get stuff about missing persons, boat incidents, shots fired, or anything that is wildlife related. So that evening I actually got a text message to my phone from the Montgomery County Communications that said that there was a missing person off of Tower Road.
Officer Enoch we saw the message. He asked me if I'd seen it, that it was on Tower Road. I then made contact with Montgomery County Dispatch, and they did inform me it was in fact a hunter that was lost. So at that point I made contact with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department and asked them if I could come out there and if they could use my assistance, and they said yes, absolutely. So that's when I hooked up the ATV and came over here. So most of the search up to the point where I had arrived was on foot. About the same time that I arrived, I think, is when they confirmed that the Highway Patrol was also sending their helicopter that has FLIR technology on it. I once I got here, formulated a plan with them to work with Highway Patrol, communicate with the Highway Patrol pilot, to then me being on the ATV and then being in the air, try to coordinate that way. Using the FLIR technology, the Highway Patrol pilot was able to locate something which he thought might be the hunter or might not be. I went to one location, it turned out not to be anything. After I went to that location, I went to the next location of where he thought he saw what could have possibly been a flashlight, and that's where we actually found the hunter at that point.
Anybody that tells you they can't get turned around in the woods or lost, they're lying, because it happened to me.
Yeah, Matt Harding, originally from Levant, Maine, but now live in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Brian Earl Goggins, and I live in Concord, North Carolina. Originally, I was born in Bangor, Maine.
And like Brian and I have been hunting together since I was 10, so for 20 years. And our whole game plan was we always stay like within earshot of each other. So, and I was up on a ridge in the little pine trees, and he said he was going to go on the other side of the ridge. So, and I saw him walk over there, so he was a couple hundred yards away. So I figured that's where he was sitting down. And that was the last time I saw him.
I looked off in the distance and I heard this aircraft, and I go, I wonder what's going on there. And I finally figured out. I said, that's a helicopter flying around, and I could see it doing grid work. And I go, and it finally hit me. I go, that helicopter, that's looking for me. I was walking, and I had a mag light, a little flashlight with two small batteries in it, and I'd already gone through one set, so I slid another one in. So when I saw the helicopter looking around, I put it on strobe, and it started flashing the strobe light, and I guess they saw it then, because they came right over and they were hovering right above me. So I went where there was no cover there, and I went right out there, and I shined it right up there. And they saw me, because the game warden told me when he picked me up, when they finally found me, that I did the right thing. I stayed put, and I shined the light up to the helicopter, and that's when they radioed to the game warden that was on the ATV and told them where I was.
So yeah, upon finding the missing hunter, he had actually done the right thing and just sitting down and staying in one location. The flashlight in which we were able to locate him by was flickering on and off and about to die. But obviously, when he saw somebody had found him, he was pretty ecstatic to be found.
I would say my first reaction was relief that the hunter was safe. A lot of the times when we respond to, either missing persons or a hunting incident, somebody's either injured or, unfortunately fatalities. So it was a relief that we were able to be able to help the hunter get back to his family safely. And then obviously excitement that we were able to assist with the rescue squad, emergency management, and the sheriff's office in locating the hunter here on the Uwharries.
So it's always good when we're able to come out here and provide a service back to the community that we're a part of. Obviously being able to get him back to his family safe. A lot of times we deal with hunting incidents or boating incidents where, stuff we respond to isn't always good. It ends in injury or fatality, but it was, definitely awesome to be able to find him in good health and get him back to his family safe. Maybe moving forward, if you're going to be in an area where you might necessarily not have phone service to communicate with the person you go hunting with, it might be good to also have like a GPS unit where you can locate and see where you're at in reference to where you started.
Officer St. Onge was off duty whenever the CAD message came out. So knowing that he's passionate about serving the community and that he's willing to answer the phone and to provide the service that we can. There's not a lot of wildlife officers across the state. There's 1 or 2 assigned in most counties. So for Officer St. Onge to be able to answer the phone and answer the call, load up the 4-wheeler, get here in a timely manner, and be able to get out here and respond and rescue the lost hunter. I knew that was something that Officer St. Onge was definitely willing to do, and was just proud to be able to have this experience. I would say I'm just most proud of working with dedicated officers who are passionate about their job and providing public service to the communities that we live in and that we serve, and then also conserving the wildlife resources.
I would say the officer that was on the ATV, he's a hero, and all the rest of them are. Because I was on the receiving end of that. I don't know if any of them knew this. I think I did tell them. I put 25 years on the fire department full-time up in Maine. I was a full-time firefighter when I retired, so I know what giving help is. This time here was my turn. I was receiving help.